Hello and welcome to Disney Movie Investigation. For those of you that are watching for the first time, welcome. Each week we take a deep dive into a movie that is featured on Disney+. This week we are taking a look at the 1993 action comedy, Another Stakeout. And also stay tuned for our bonus story as we take a look at the history of lights, motors, action, and extreme stunt show. And if you are enjoying these videos, I do ask that you please hit that subscribe button. That way you will never miss any of our videos. But for now, sit back and enjoy this episode of Disney Movie Investigation. So like we said, we are talking about Another Stakeout. This movie was released on July 23rd, 1993. It was directed by John Badham, the screenplay written by Jim Kolff, and it is a production of Touchstone Pictures, a Disney movie where they do their more adult movies. This had a budget of $30 million and it broke even with box office return of $30 million. So let's take a look at the cast. So we have Richard Dreyfuss, who plays Detective Chris Leach. We have Emilo Estevess, who plays Detective Bill Reimers. Rosie O'Donnell, who plays District Attorney Gina Garrett. Dennis Farina, who plays Brian O'Hara. And Mauricia Strassman, who plays Pam O'Hara. In terms of the plot, a witness against the mafia is being secretly held till her trial when a violent attempt is made on her life that kills several of the FBI agents. She disappears and Bill and Chris are sent to another stakeout. This one is arranged by the district attorney's office and comes with Gina and her pet Rottweiler, who is to keep an eye on them since the observation post is a vacation resort community in the home of a judge. Bill and Chris are annoyed and every bit as childish as before. So this is a sequel to the movie called A Stakeout, which did star Richard Dreyfuss and Emilo Estevess. Rosie O'Donnell joins the cast this time. Would I recommend this movie? The movie starts out really strong with very funny moments. The comedy between Emilo Estevez and Richard Dreyfuss is excellent. They play off of each other really, really well. So the movie starts really strong with the comedy, but unfortunately the story is not great and it has a lot of plot holes. For example, the witness is willing to testify, but we're never told what she's willing to testify against. Like, we assume he's in the mafia, but it's never really stated. And then the other thing is, towards the end, we ever actually see what happens after she testifies. Like, is the mafia put behind bars? Like, it's just a huge plot hole left at the end of the movie. Rosie O'Donnell's character is the weakest of the three. It comes off as nagging and annoying the entire time. Me personally, I've never been a fan of Rosie O'Donnell's style. To me, it's funny for like 2 minutes and then it gets old really, really quickly. And this is a perfect example of it. Again, not very funny, and they rely on the dog, the Rottweiler, for a lot of the scenes with Rosie O'Donnell. And then overall, the movie just really stalls. As soon as the dinner party starts with the O'Haras and Rosie O'Donnell and Richard Dreyfuss, the movie just stops, and it's like they're doing all these little jokes that just seem like it's like we gotta buy time to make it a feature-length movie. So again, the movie is okay, but definitely not memorable, and something definitely I won't be watching over and over again. To me, it's a one-and-done type movie. But let's move on to our bonus story. So Lights, Motor, Action, and Extreme Stunt Show was a stunt show that was performed at both Walt Disney Studios Park in Paris and Disney Hollywood Studios in Orlando. The show was designed to be a movie set where they are filming action sequences and you are there to watch the filming. The show debuted in Paris, in Disneyland Paris in 2002, and then it was moved over to Hollywood Studios in 2005. The show runs for about 40 minutes and features stunts featuring cars, jet skis, and physical stunt work. The show has featured in the past cameos from Disney characters such as Herbie the Love Bug and Lightning McQueen. The pre-show. Let's take a look at the show. So the pre-show features clips from action movies such as The Rock, Con Air, Enemy of the State, Gone in 60 Seconds, Speed, and Ronin. And then the main show starts with a ballet chase featuring a red hero car being chased by 5 black villain cars. And as they are setting up for the next scene, they explain how they did the stunt in the first sequence with a play-by-play done by the stunt coordinator. The next scene is a blockade chase where they have a car chase around a marketplace, and then the hero car drives around the trucks and driving ultimately up into the truck bed to land on an airbag. And then finally, the third sequence features a motorcycle chase that also involves jet skis. And then this is where you also get the cameo, depending on the character. Usually it was Herbie when I saw it, but I know when Cars 2 came out, we would see Lightning McQueen as well. And then finally, the last sequence is another chase sequence, except this one involves pyro and fireworks. So what did I think of the show? I think this was a great show to showcase stunt work. A lot of high action. It was really great. It was also a chance to sit down in Disney World and just see a show and to kind of get out of the sun. The audience would sit in bleachers that were covered, so it was a great chance to just kind of rest, take a relaxation, and watch a show. The action I thought was very good, and then they explained how Hollywood works, and then it was cool just to see the stunts in action, and then they would explain it all. So it was definitely a must-see for me. So why did the show close? The show closed in Orlando on April 2nd, 2016, because the area was going to be reused for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. And then the show in Paris closed on March 13th, 2020, because of COVID-19 precautions. So thank you so much for joining us this week on Disney Movie Investigations. Please feel free to leave it in the comments your favorite memories of Another Stakeout. Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? What did you think? And then as well as what are your favorite memories from Lights, Motors, Action, and Extreme Stunt Show? Will you miss the show, or did you? What did you think when you saw it? And then for our next show, we will continue to look at the movies featured on Disney Star as we take a look at the horror movie Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter. So until next time, I hope you have a magical day, and we will see you real soon.